Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to be doing a negative space pour, and I wanted to show you from the start to the end what I actually do, so I'm not going to speed up the video this time so you can actually see what I'm doing. I'm going to use golden fluid acrylics. I'm just using two colors, teal and orange, and I'm also using a cheap brand Kids Craft white ready mix paint, which was from the pound shop, so I decided to use that. I'm going to add Floetrol to this pour, and I'm also going to use PVA glue as my pouring medium. So the final ingredient I'm going to also add to the mixture is silicone oil, and I'm really just using this to create some effect. I'm not really looking for cells in this pour because I'm not going to torch it. I'm just going to see what effect I get with this recipe that I'm going to show you. So to the mixture I'm going to add equal amounts of Floetrol and PVA glue, which is PVA glue I'm using as my pouring medium. You can use either or. You can use just Floetrol or you can just use PVA glue. So both are used as pouring mediums, but I just find that sometimes pouring mediums can be a bit too pricey. So if you just want to do a basic pour for experiment purposes, you can just use PVA glue. That works wonders. I have been experimenting quite a bit with different kind of mediums and ratios, and I just tend to think that or what I've learned over my experiments is that PVA glue kind of binds the paint a bit better, holds the paint on your canvas when you pour a lot better than pouring mediums that you get in with the like Winsor & Newton or Liquitex or the golden GAC 800. I find them too liquid for my pours. So I've added the equal amounts of PVA and Floetrol, and I'm going to add about 6 drops of the orange into one of the cups. And of course, if you know, golden acrylics are highly pigmented, so you only just need a very tiny amount of paint in your pouring medium or mixture that you're going to use for your pour. And I'm going to add the titanium white. So I'm using a bit more titanium white because that's going to be my negative space. So I need a lot more for that to cover the canvas. And also make sure that the titanium white is slightly runny so that it kind of has some movement on your canvas when you pour on your colors, because the titanium white is your base, and if that's not fluid enough, then the paint is not going to flow as easily as you would want it to. So here I've mixed up the paint, and you can see the orange is quite vibrant, and it was just a tiny amount, but it is what it is. It's the golden acrylics, and as I said, highly pigmented, so you only need very little. So make sure you mix everything really well, the Floetrol, PVA glue, and if there's any lumps, of course, like here I found a lump, make sure you take those out, because when you pour it, it's a bit of a difficult job to kind of lift them off the canvas. So I have a good consistency now. They're pretty, the titanium white is quite running off my stick, so as you can see, so it's very nice and flowing, and I'm hoping that I'm going to have a good result with this. So here is my silicone oil. I'm going to just pour about 3 drops into each cup, and I'm not using a dropper because I think I lost it somewhere in my art mess. But I'm just gonna use the lid and just eyeball it and think it's 3 drops. And also, of course, you need to mix this. You need to mix it well, but not too harshly, because I understand the less you mix it, the more cells you get. But as I said previously, I'm not looking for cells in this pour. I'm just looking for a nice effect, just of colors merging into each other, and that's what I'm going for. So here's a canvas. It's a 8x8 square canvas, and I'm going to pour on the titanium white all over. Make sure it spreads nicely, and you can use, if of course you're wearing gloves, you can use your hands to spread it out. I'm just using the stick that I use to stir, the stirrer stick, to spread the paint out and make sure that it's covered and I have a good base for my pour. If you've been following my channel and seeing what I do with my experiments, I do a lot of different stuff, because I am really trying to find a way to create different effects with acrylic pour, or just you know, the flip cup and the swipes. And yeah, so you must see that I have a variety of stuff. I'm not stuck on one thing that I do, but I'm always experimenting. So I've poured on my orange, and I randomly just poured it on. I didn't want to do a merge of the two colors into one cup and then, you know, pour it together. I wanted to do separate layers to see what kind of result I would end up with. So here is the look of what it looks like when the paints are on, and I really like it. I really think that this kind of art is very, very what's the right word, effective, and I think it really stands out. And also with the golden acrylics, sometimes I feel that when you do mix them with Floetrol, they kind of lose their intensity, but when you pour them on separately, they still have their vibrancy, and they still look the same as they did when they were in the cup. So I'm just touching up the sides of the canvas, making sure that the paint, the canvas is covered at the edges, at the corners, picking up whatever's fallen off, and adding that on to the bare canvas. But with this pour, I managed to cover mainly everything. And what do you guys think? I always, you know, I'm always doing random stuff, and I'm sure you people know that, and you from my channel, of course, you know that I'm quite an adventurous person. I like to create new things, because I do get bored of doing the same stuff over and over again. And once you've learned the art of acrylic pour, or a flip cup, or how to get cells, I mean, there's only so much you can do with that, I think. So I just wanted to make this video to show you the way that you could do a negative space pour without, you know, the paints getting lost or losing your colors. This is a close-up look, and you can see all the colors are still there. They're so vibrant. They've merged with the white, and the blue has got little bits of tiny cells coming through. They're like pinhole cells. They're not even cells, but there's something going on. There's some kind of activity going on that canvas, and I really like this kind of dreamy effect. Let me know in your comments. I would love to hear from you what you think. This was a very easy technique, and I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and do give it a thumbs up, and stay blessed until my next video, guys. Thank you so much. Bye for now.